Two teens dead from gunshot wounds within hours of each other. If it feels like violent situations are on the rise in the Tri-Cities, that's because it is. And the ages of both victims and suspects are getting younger. Tonight, a Kennewick police sergeant explains why this could be happening and the woman who's trying to shed light on this important topic.
Jennifer Humphreys wants you to know one thing about her.
I've had some people come and say, you're acting like you're perfect and your family's perfect. No, we're a hot mess too.
The Kennewick mother is the voice behind the Blue Bridge Project, a Facebook page that aims to address and prevent violence throughout the Tri-Cities. Humphrey says she was driven to start the page after October 15th, when two teens were fatally shot within just hours of each other.
So I'm kind of surrounded by it, and I just started thinking, what can we do about this?
But Humphreys wasn't always this driven and inspired. Years ago, she was battling drug addiction, spending time in and out of jail.
I've been clean for years now, but my husband has been in and out of recovery. This hits very close to home, and I've had to raise my kids in an environment where he wasn't always available.
Humphreys believes stopping violence and youth involved in gangs starts at home.
People get clean and they get their jobs and they get their kids back, and then there's still a gap between how do I parent my kids now that there's been trauma? How do I be an authority when I've never respected authority?
Kennewick Police Sergeant Chris Littrell has the same thought.
I've listened to a number of gang members over the years asking them, why did you join the gang life? And they've told me a lot of times it's because, my parents don't care about me.
While policing may be part of his life's work, Littrell, a father to 4 daughters, knows a thing or two about parenting.
Our kids need boundaries. Our kids need consequences, both positive and negative consequences to their behavior. Now that's sometimes really hard. If you're a single parent and you're working 2 jobs and you're trying to keep your kid away from the gang life, don't be afraid to ask for help.
If they're struggling with their child, on their end, they need to be accountable enough to say, I'm in over my head and I need help.
Littrell also advises parents to get their kids involved in healthy activities like sports, music, or organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, and to have the hard talks with your kids. Humphreys hopes to keep the conversation going on the Blue Bridge Project page.
We don't need any more lines in the sand. We need to come together. We need to figure this out. We need to look in the mirror and do what's best for our kids. I know that it's never going to completely end, and we can't fix every problem, but I can't go to bed at night anymore and know that I didn't at least try.
And Sergeant Littrell says KPD loves to attend community events, and you can always send them an invite. They love to conversate with the community and open up the conversation. The Blue Bridge Project is on Facebook. We'll have a link online at yaktrinews.com.